Mark is here with breaking news. The Steelers have actually made a signing in the last few minutes.
Oh, the old tight end, huh?
Donald Parham.
Super Bowl, baby. Like when the Pirates make a move, I always write pennant. Trophy here, baby. That's going to bring it home.
6'8", 237.
They got a nice basketball team they're assembling with Darnell Washington.
My God, Jeff Capel could use the rebounds in that room between Washington and this guy.
You ever see Broderick Jones shoot the hoops?
Good or bad?
Oh, very athletic.
Yeah?
That's what I heard.
He's like you, 9 straight threes. He can really shoot from the outside.
Can you imagine Donald Parham and Darnell Washington against the Diaz-Grahams underneath?
Here's what the Football Prospectus Almanac said about Parham going into last year. Tell me if this does not sound like a guy that Arthur Smith would have borderline erotic thoughts about. 6'8", 237, a blocking tight end who caught 3 low-post entry passes for red zone touchdowns in 2023. Hands are unreliable, and he only runs 2 kinds of routes. The loop into the flat and run 3 steps and turn around route. Has size, has great blocking capability, and was a favorite of the last Chargers regime before Jim Harbaugh came to town. Was beat out for a roster spot by Hayden Hurst, who played for Greg Roman in Baltimore, and another player that the Chargers drafted. But 2 years ago, he started 8 games and had 285 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns. Donnie, pull up Darnell Washington's receiving yard stats from last year. I want to see how different.
I think you're looking more of a Michael Pruitt replacement than a Darnell Washington.
But, oh, no, I don't disagree with you on that. But I'm just saying.
I got the numbers.
Parham had better numbers
Parham was
than
better.
Washington.
4 touchdowns to 1, more catches, more yards, more tutties.
But, Mark, what I'm alluding to is they have an offensive coordinator who's addicted to big athletic tight ends.
Yeah.
And wants to play 3 of them at one time as much as he can.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon here, which leads you to believe that Connor Hayward might be the odd man out here, right? He doesn't really fit that scheme of what they want for a tight or
Make him an
Smith
H-back.
wants him.
Make him an H-back.
They don't really use an H-back like that.
Who cares?
Chris.
Make the whole plane out of tight ends and H-backs.
What stinks about Connor Hayward is I think he's extremely talented, but they just can't find a place for him.
If this were basketball, you know what they'd call Connor Hayward? A tweener.
Yeah.
Like a guy who's a forward in a guard's body
Mark,
or something
I just
like
have
that.
to push back, though. He's extremely talented at what?
Well, I think his rookie year, not blocking. He can play multiple positions. I think he got good hands. I think he's speedy for a tight end. Like he said, like Malsey said, he's a tweener. He's not big enough to be a tight end, not faster or quick enough to be a wide receiver, but he can do the H-back. He's valuable.
I just think it's a football Darwinism situation. I think it's survival of the fittest, and unfortunately, he's not built like his brother. And he's at the short end of the gene pool there. And if he was bigger and stronger, he'd probably be a pretty good NFL tight end. He's just too small for the NFL.
You know, I just can't leave this out, Malsey. You got the old Bible right there, the old paperback Bible that he's looking out of here.
When you sign a guy like Donald Parham, I got to go do my research on the guy. He's not a household name. It's not like they brought Antonio Gates in from the Chargers.
Mark, he's an analog man in a digital world.